Brightfield College buzzed with life as a new semester began. Students hurried across the courtyard, some with books, some laughing, some rushing to catch lectures. Among the freshmen, 3 girls stood out immediately: Bella, Sandra, and Joyce. Their stylish outfits, loud laughter, and bold makeup drew stares everywhere they went. "Wow, this school is boring," Bella muttered, adjusting her sunglasses. "Don't worry," Sandra grinned. "We'll bring life to it." From the hostel to the cafeteria, the girls quickly gained a reputation. Other students whispered about them. "They don't even attend orientation. I heard they fought with the matron on their first day." Joyce laughed when she overheard. "Good. Let them keep talking. Fame starts with whispers." The first week, students were trying to settle into their routines. But at midnight, loud music blared from room 22. Bella and her friends danced and laughed, ignoring angry knocks on the door. "Please, lower the volume. We have lectures tomorrow," cried Mary, the quiet girl from next door. Bella opened the door with a smirk. "Oh, sweetheart, life is too short to worry about lectures. Come dance instead." Mary frowned and left, frustrated. The following morning, many students came to class exhausted. But Bella, Sandra, and Joyce strutted in late, heels clicking on the floor. During Dr. Okoro's economics lecture, Sandra's phone rang. "Excuse me, I need to take this," she said loudly, walking out as if it was her father's office. Dr. Okoro slammed his book shut. "This is a classroom, not a market. If you 3 think you are bigger than learning, you can leave my course." The class erupted in murmurs, but the girls only giggled. Soon, students began filing complaints about the trio. "We can't sleep at night," one said. "They turn lectures into fashion shows," another complained. The hostel matron, Mrs. IBE, called them in. "You girls are disturbing the peace. This is your first and final warning." Bella yawned. "Warning noted, Ma." As they walked out, Joyce whispered, "This school is too soft. They can't handle us." It wasn't long before the trio started organizing parties in the hostel. Posters appeared on walls: "Friday Night Bash, Room 22, Entry 500 Nigerian Nairas." The hostel shook with music, laughter, and shouting. Drinks flowed, arguments broke out, and even boys sneaked in. By morning, broken bottles and trash littered the corridor. Mary shook her head. "This will end in disaster." The dean of students, Mr. Adewale, sent for the girls. They sat before him, unbothered. "You girls have been reported countless times. This school is not a club." Sandra smirked. "Sir, with respect, we're just socializing. Isn't college about freedom?" The dean's voice hardened. "Freedom without discipline is destruction. This is your last warning." But as soon as they left, they burst into laughter. "Old man thinks he can tame us," Joyce said. The trio's behavior created enemies. Mary and other serious students confronted them one evening. "You're ruining our studies. Why can't you respect others?" Mary demanded. Bella rolled her eyes. "And who made you the school police?" Sandra stepped closer. "If you can't handle noise, maybe you should live in a convent, not a college." The argument nearly turned physical until hostel staff intervened. During the interdepartmental debate, the girls caused a scene. They arrived late, dressed like they were attending a fashion show, and disrupted the event with loud laughter. When the MC asked them to keep quiet, Bella shouted, "You should thank us for adding beauty to this boring program." The event ended in chaos, and the dean stormed out in anger. The girls were summoned before the disciplinary committee. Witnesses testified, students, lecturers, even the matron. Noise all night. Disrespect in class. Parties in the hostel. When asked to defend themselves, Bella said, "People just envy us." They hate that we shine. But the evidence was undeniable. The verdict was clear: 2-week suspension, community service, and strict probation. News spread across campus. The Queens of Trouble have been suspended, students whispered. On their first day back, they were made to sweep lecture halls and wash hostel toilets. Phones captured pictures of them scrubbing floors. The girls felt humiliated. Joyce muttered, "I can't believe this is happening." Mary passed by and said softly, "Actions have consequences." At night, Sandra sat quietly, something she never did before. "Do you ever think we went too far?" she asked Bella. Bella was silent for a while. Maybe we did. I didn't think people hated us this much." Joyce sighed. "Fun is good, but not when it makes everyone your enemy." The dean called them again after their suspension. "I believe every student deserves a second chance," he said. "But waste it, and you will be expelled." For the first time, the girls looked serious. "Yes, sir," they replied quietly. The trio started attending classes on time. They stopped blasting music at night. Slowly, people noticed. At first, students mocked them. "Look at the troublemakers pretending to be saints." But over time, their behavior improved. Mary noticed Sandra helping a lecturer carry books. Joyce apologized for her noise one evening. Even Bella, once the proudest, began greeting people politely. By the end of the semester, the girls had changed. They weren't perfect, but they were no longer the terror of the campus. Mary approached them one day. "I see you're trying. That takes courage." Bella smiled faintly. "We learned the hard way, but we learned." The trio realized popularity without respect was emptiness. True peace came from discipline, not chaos. The punishment humbled the girls, but it also planted seeds of resentment. Joyce, once the loudest, began to distance herself. "You two don't care," she muttered one evening. "We're suffering because of your big mouths." Bella snapped, "Don't blame us. You partied harder than anyone." Sandra rolled her eyes. "Stop acting like a saint, Joyce." The once inseparable trio began to quarrel almost daily. Joyce's frustration grew until she did the unthinkable. She secretly reported Bella and Sandra's plans to sneak alcohol into the hostel again. When the matron caught them red-handed, Bella exploded. "It was you, Joyce," she screamed. Joyce folded her arms. "I'm tired of being dragged down with you." From that day, their friendship shattered. Joyce joined a different circle of serious students, while Bella and Sandra remained defiant. Dr. Okoro, still angry about Sandra's disrespect, decided to make an example of her. During class, he suddenly called her to the front. "Explain this equation," he demanded. Sandra stared at the board, clueless. "Silence," he smirked. "This is what happens when you spend nights making noise instead of reading." The class laughed. Sandra ran out, humiliated. The story spread quickly. Sandra disgraced in class. Bella tried to console her. "Forget them. People always laugh at others." But Sandra's pride was wounded. "They think I'm dumb. I'll show them." She decided to secretly study at night while Bella continued her carefree lifestyle. Slowly, Sandra began improving in class, surprising everyone. Unlike Sandra, Bella grew worse. She skipped classes, fought openly with hostel mates, and even insulted a lecturer during roll call. "Miss Bella, one more outburst and you'll be expelled," the dean warned. Bella laughed in his face. "Expel me then. Do I care?" But behind her boldness was fear. She knew her parents had sacrificed much for her education, and expulsion would crush them. One weekend, Bella's father arrived on campus after being summoned by the dean. A strict man, he confronted her. "Bella, is this what I sent you here for?" "To shame this family." She tried to protest. "Daddy, they exaggerate." "Silence," he thundered. "If you ever disgrace me again, forget about me paying your fees." For the first time, Bella cried in front of her father. Sandra's new dedication began paying off. She answered questions in class confidently, even earning praise from Dr. Okoro. "Well done," he said one day. "This is the change I wanted to see." Other students noticed too. Mary, once her enemy, approached her. "You're really changing," Mary said softly. Sandra smiled. "I learned the hard way that pride doesn't pass exams." Though Joyce had broken away from the trio, she struggled to fit into her new circle. The serious students never fully trusted her. "You're one of them," a girl said. "We haven't forgotten." Joyce felt isolated. At night, she wept quietly. "Maybe I lost both sides," she whispered to herself. Bella's troubles peaked when she was caught sneaking out of campus with boys during curfew. She was summoned before the disciplinary panel again. "This is your last chance," the dean said coldly. "One more offense, and you're expelled." Bella trembled. For once, she had no smart reply. She realized her life was hanging by a thread. Weeks later, Sandra found Joyce crying in the library. "Are you okay?" she asked gently. Joyce sniffed. "Everyone hates me. Maybe I should never have betrayed you two." Sandra hesitated, then sighed. "Maybe we all needed that betrayal. Look, I forgive you." Bella, sitting nearby, rolled her eyes at first but later added softly, "We were friends once. Maybe we can start again, differently this time." Exams approached. While most students buried themselves in books, Bella struggled to adjust. She begged Sandra for help. "Please teach me. I don't want to fail." Sandra hesitated but agreed. "All right, but you must take it seriously." For the first time, Bella stayed up all night, not for music, but for studying. Exams came and went. To everyone's shock, Sandra excelled, Joyce performed well, and even Bella passed respectably. Rumors flew across campus. "Is this the same Bella? The party queen?" The trio, though scarred, began rebuilding their reputations. The dean, noticing their gradual change, called them to his office. "You see now that peace and discipline bring respect. Use your influence positively." The girls nodded. They started organizing study groups instead of parties, and other students slowly warmed up to them. Months later, the school hosted a cultural night. Surprisingly, Bella, Sandra, and Joyce volunteered to coordinate it. The event was a huge success, orderly, lively, and respected. The dean praised them publicly. "These girls once disturbed our peace, but today they have become leaders of change." By the end of the year, the trio had transformed completely. They were no longer infamous troublemakers, but examples of how mistakes can become stepping stones. As Mary said during a farewell gathering, "Brightfield will always remember you, not for your noise, but for your growth." Bella smiled. "We learned that true peace isn't in disturbing others, but in building together."